Hello, everyone, and welcome to I guess we're going to call it this because it's like kind of in the middle of the week. The White Claw 200 at Little Texas 9/11 Memorial. Never forget. Never forget. Yeah, so there you go if you didn't get that. There you go. All right, let's go through the starting order for tonight. As you can see, we're going to do Texas Motor Speedway, and Matt made a couple different versions of Texas, and this one, after a little bit of testing cheese going in the week before, I think everyone that we tested with just agreed like this one was just going to be the best racing, and I think we made the right choice. Even with some cheese, I absolutely think we made the right choice. This track is sick. And also, Slaunch's Gateway and my Milwaukee Mile ended up being a little bit bigger than they probably should be, which is fine. I like how those tracks are too. So having Texas be a reimagined short track repave, I think is fine. I think it's fine. I think it evens out. So I'm pretty cool with it. Almost like a Richmond-is, because I don't know, it kind of feels like that. It's interesting. Home race, by the way, for we'll get to it. So heat races, let's go through. Oh, so it was these guys. Oh, yeah. I even got confused at this point. God dang it. I blame everybody else because I know how it works and they gaslit me. All right, so Hunter and Roman starting on the front row. They got the heat wins for pre-race. So right to left, Hunter, Roman, and then Luke and Slaunch. Luke and Ramda switching up the colors this week. So Luke's got the white and red. You see Ramda there in the black and red. So Vulcan and Ramda. Ramda with a little switch up. Soul and Camby. And then Opix and Coop. And also, this track is dark, so that makes it a little bit harder to tell. Home race for our boy Detail here, starting in whatever row this is. And then Real Deal, I don't know what row it is. And then Real Deal on the outside, and then Matt on the back row inside. Real Deal making a return. Matt making his first start of the season. Armada making his first start of the season. Home race for Detail. Lots of things going on. 100 lapper, by the way, White Claw 200. We are green for the White Claw 200 at Little Texas. Already a 3-wide action. Well, actually for the lead and in the back there. I think Luke having to look for the lead and Detail having to look for whatever spot that is. Ninth-ish. And it's going to be a swap. Luke's going to go to the lead. Hunter is cycling out to second. Slaunch is fighting for that second place spot. He might be able to take it here in a moment. He's still working for it. Hunter, I think, just trying to get back on the inside, and that's the thing. A lot of our tracks, we have a lot of outside tracks. Obviously, the Reach Oval season kind of switched that up. Oh, Slaunch! Oh! And we might have our first cheese. I'm assuming that'll probably be a caution. So while Slaunch was setting up a move for the lead, we had a big cheese behind. So let's take a look at what happened here. Okay, so Vulcan hits that. But they're all good? They're all good. Okay, it's these guys. So Detail, Camby, and Real Deal. Is it these guys? It's next lap. God, the laps on this track are fast. All right, well, next lap. So Slaunch actually makes the move for the lead. Oh, hell yeah. Look at this gap. Look at this gap. I was talking about it in the post-race. We got hit with the screen lag. Okay, well, you know what? Maybe that wasn't that much. Maybe that wasn't that much. I thought it was my fault, but Hunter and Vulcan are running pretty tight, so maybe it wasn't. I thought it was clearly my fault. Actually, looking back, I don't think it was. So Hunter and Vulcan get really tight on the inside. Vulcan conked in the wall. Aggressive cheese. Absolutely multiple drivers making contact right there. It was a weird-looking crash, but that should be a caution. So I think we'll have our first caution of the night there. And yeah, looks like it's going to be our first caution of the night. So, choose rule. We got our new oval stuff tonight, and spoiler alert, all of it will be coming into play, and it's going to be a little slow, so I'm going to fast forward on these first couple because especially the first few growing pains are going to be pretty slow. Although, to our credit, in multiple ways, we really got into a groove in Moto 2. So when we get to Moto 2, I think it'll be a lot smoother for you guys. Because, yeah, Moto 2, I think we really figured out. It was really nice. But here we go. We're going to be restarting. It's going to be Slaunch and Armada. Armada chose the outside from a few rows back. Makes up some track position. I'll probably go through that a little bit better in the next ones, too. I wanted to go through that one quickly because it was slow. But, oh, my goodness. Wow. Okay. Didn't see that one. Let's take a look. Was that Roman? It might have been Roman. What the hell happened there? We had some crazy crashes on the night. I did not see this one during the race. That was maybe one of the biggest. Is it Real Deal? Who cheeses here? Maybe it must be him, right? Oh, Real Deal gets hit with the suplex, the forward suplex from Hunter, and he's just over, and he's just gone. He's just gone, and everybody, not quite everybody, but many drivers going to get some shots in there. Soul's going to do a wheelie. Pretty big crash right there. Pretty big crash. So that'll obviously bring out a caution. That was brutal. Race to the line there. Wow, that was really close between Armada and Slaunch. However they pick it is however they pick it. I mean, that... Our very quick theater looked, I mean, that looked like a tie. That was super close. So going through the choose, and you'll see it. So they line up single wide on the backstretch. What the hell is this? All right, so we're back. I probably won't be offering up many replays later in the night. So, you know, advanced apologies on that. I hate when this game does that. I fucking hate. Did Roman conk this? Was Detail behind him? Am I faded? I don't want to. I'm not going back. You guys can look back at it. I'm not looking back at it. It looked sus. That's why I wanted to go back, and it's too late. I don't care anymore. Anyways, lining up. And, well, even if whether he was or was not, that is a prime example of why, I mean, even just, like, looking at it, our choose rule action was so much cleaner in the second moto. But anyways, lined up here and ready to go green. Luke and Roman on the front row. Green flag. Getting close to 10 laps through this 100-lap first moto. Some contact on the inside there. Nothing caution-worthy. Got to hold on to it, though. Luke gets off to a good lead. Second place. I'm trying to figure it out. I think it is Detail now. It's him or Armada now working their way into a nice second place. I think it is Armada. Armada in second place. Really good start on this one. So, again, that's Armada, who was not here at Long Beach. And must have got some caution cheese somewhere. I didn't really see it. So here you might get a better look at it. So the choose rule, explained in the IndyHog video, all line up single file after a caution, and then we go through the line. Everybody picks which line they want to be in. That's basically it. It's going to make these oval races a little more interesting, potentially. Green flag. And very interesting on a track like this, because this is a... I was getting to this point. This track is a very inside-heavy track, which obviously we saw that a lot in the Reach throwback season. But in a lot of our seasons and a lot of HRL stuff, we have pretty outside groove ovals. But to be fair, I think both are good, and I think it's good to have both. So I don't mind it. I don't mind it. This is kind of refreshing, in my opinion, even. And also with the Hogs, we haven't really had many, you know, ovals in general. So even with the Hogs, I'll stop giving you guys vertigo here. even with the Hogs. You know, having some immediate variety on just such a... Like, this is so different. This track in, like, every way is just, like, opposite of Hogtona, which is the only other straight-up oval that we've raced in the Hogs yet. So, having that variety and, yeah, just, like, a big plethora of different types of tracks is just obviously the most important thing, not just for ovals, but just in general. So, I like it. Personally, I liked it. Having an inside groove-heavy, focused... oval, but with a skill gap still, in my opinion, was really refreshing actually, and I really enjoyed putting in laps, and especially in the second race, racing on this track is really fun. We'll give a shout out early here in this moto. I might as well do it at this point to Matt for coming in for the one time on this season, and if we do, well, we might do for the next and next year, maybe he'll get in some more tracks for our hog stuff, but yeah, this one is pretty sweet. Again, very different than Hogtona, but I really enjoyed this one in a completely different way. I thought this one was very fun too. You know, any conks and stuff, I don't think is, you know, entirely the track's fault. That's just the way this track is, and you have to be on point. The drivers need to be on point. They need to be locked in. You need to try to be clean here. Already getting some lap traffic action in this moto, by the way. I'll give you... I'm doing my cheese here. We're already a quarter of the way... little over a quarter of the way through this moto. So Luke's leading right now, chasing down Soul, trying to put him a lap down. Second place is a battle. They're going to try to work their way by Matt. That's Roman and Slaunch right there, battling for second and third. And then I believe it's Armada Hunter is what it looks like in fourth and fifth. So that's what's going on there. So yeah, that big battle. Let's go take a look at that. So Slaunch got in front of it, but Roman's still having a look, and now Armada's having a look, and we have a pretty intense 3 wide. Oh, little pinch down. Slaunch probably doesn't even know that it's 3 wide there. I imagine is probably what happened there. And then Roman's going to get around here. So Roman's going to take that. Slaunch hits him with the switchback. Can he keep it going, and he's there on the inside. He is entitled to this room here, and he's going to take advantage of it, take this spot back, and Roman going to try to hit him with it. Can he? He gets a big run. Slaunch being nice about it, offers the space. Roman gets the run, and just look at this. Like, the racing on this track has so much potential. Like, this track is sweet. This track is sweet. Oh, and Armada takes advantage of it. That is not what Slaunch was hoping for. And meanwhile, Roman might have a big opportunity because they're starting to battle. Slaunch and Armada are starting to battle. And look at this. Luke's stuck in lap traffic. He's got Soul and Camby. He's not gotten around him yet, but Roman still has to get around Opix here. He's going to successfully pull that off right there. And yeah, the lap traffic cheese coming in. Roman's going to make some big gains here. This is a huge gap. And now he's there and gets Nos on the inside and is going to go to the lead potentially here. So Roman taking advantage of that situation, taking the lead. It's been a position that he's been in these hog races, has not been able to get to victory lane yet, but he's having a really strong running early in this race with the heat race as well. So, oh, that's not going to help either. Can be hard conking it too. And it's just going to go so in favor of Roman. He's going to get so much space here. And he's going to have a really big lead. I mean, that being said, I don't think we'll go green all the way to the end. But for this stint, he's going to have a massive advantage. And he's definitely going to be, put it this way, the ball's going to be in his court. On this track, like, it's possible to make moves. But especially, like, holding the lead, it's a strong position to have on this track. Which, again, I think is a nice thing about the inside ovals. That's something with the outside ovals that isn't always a thing. Like, you can have speed, but, you know, having that lead isn't always as strong of an advantage. That inside dive's always open. But the nice thing about these inside ovals too is that that's not the case as much. You know, that that lead is a big advantage. That inside lead is a big advantage. And having that spot, having that track position is a much bigger advantage. So that's a nice thing about it too. So it's pros and cons all the way. I hope we get to see a little bit of both in our IndyHog season. I'd like to see some ovals that have the inside line groove. I'd like to see some ovals that really like that outside. I'd like to see some that have a little bit in the middle, maybe a mix-up for the turns. I'd like to see a little bit of everything. So, oh, and that contact there, that's going to be a caution. That's absolutely going to be a caution. Real deal involved for sure. Not sure who else was with him there. So finally a caution. That was a big green flag run. We're halfway through the race. That was a massive green flag run. There we go. But yeah, and we'll see it as we go through here. We'll see the drivers line up and stuff. But some drivers getting their laps back, so they're going to go ahead and do that. But yeah, so I hope we get to see a little bit of everything. And the ovals that we have right now, Milwaukee Mile is interesting because it's almost like a middle. It's not really an inside track. It's not really an outside. It's almost like a middle groove. So that one's already interesting in that. It's not too often that we have one of those, so that one's different in that sense. Indianapolis, the turns are all different. It's going to depend on the turn. And Gateway, I don't even know. Gateway is really close. I think both lines have some merit, but we'll see how those go when we get to them. Green flag, it's Roman and Slaunch. Slaunch decided to go for that outside track position that time. Luke with the inside. Can he find it? Trying to find some daylight. Had a little bit of a run, but not going to find it there on Roman. Some cheeses in the back. I'm not sure, though. It didn't look like caution worthy at all. Two wides throughout. So it's still Roman and Luke, and then it's Armada now. Working his way to the podium spot. Armada trying to get his points on the board again, missing that Long Beach. We have a lot of drivers in the field that weren't able to make it to Long Beach. So glad that we were able to have such a full field for Little Texas. It doesn't seem like that'll be the case. I think we're having some people miss out on next week, so that's unfortunate. We'll see what's going on there, but it might still have more than Long Beach, funnily enough. But yeah, it's nice to get everybody in, and honestly, this is a good field. Like, any more drivers than this would have been very conk. I think this is a good size field for this track, so happy with it. Matt he might have been I think he's probably involved in whatever cheese happened. And speaking of cheese, we just witnessed it right there, and that's going to be really unfortunate for Slaunch. He's going to have some positions to try to make back, and that'll absolutely be a caution. I'm stopping right away. Okay, that'll absolutely be a caution there. So 120 well over the halfway point now. Again, 201 on the checkpoints, 100 lap race. That's what we're doing here. 200 laps total on the night. That's why it's the White Claw 200. So getting the choose figured out, getting everybody in their spots, and did we This might have been a discussion on lineup or something. Yeah, okay. So, Roman and Hunter now. Roman and Hunter leading him down. Luke and Real Deal in the second row. Green flag. Here's Armada and maybe Opix in that third one. A little bit of cheeses in the back again, but nothing too crazy. Some contact there. Luke and Hunter getting close. Roman trying to protect that inside. And what even happened there? Please, please don't. Okay. That wasn't that bad. I'm so scared. I want to provide replays, but I'm so scared. Let's see what... I think that was Armada. Let's see what happened there. Want to provide replays, but I also don't want the live show to take... yeah, I just ran out of space right there. I know that was really quick. Sorry about that, but him and Real Deal were going aggressively. Gets him in the wall. Gets flipped over. Slaunch, Coop. Oh, wow. Hold up. I gotta highlight this if this actually worked out the way I thought it did, because this is funny. So let's get... now that we see what happened, let's get a better look at this. So here we go. So you see in that middle groove. And yeah, probably just a little too far inside there. And just this big stoppage. And look at Matt around the left side, around the high side, the one driver committing to it. And it really worked out in his favor that time. That's hilarious. He probably made up like 6 passes right there. That was a move of the race there for sure. Pretty funny on that one. So we line him back up. Quick caution there. That is how it tends to go sometimes. Cautions do tend to breed cautions at times. We've been pretty good about it throughout this race so far, but that was definitely a pretty quick one there. Get him lined back up. Roman. Everyone having a tough time getting to his inside. See if they can do it here. Luke recognizing that. Going to try the outside. Green flag. Going to switch it up. Oh my god. Is this going to be... That might be... That's just a big pile up. They might call it green. We'll see what they do. That's probably a caution. I think it should be a caution. And it was, and it's going to be a quick one. Yep. We're in that cautions breed cautions part of the race. Although, to be fair, this race isn't that bad about it. Spoiler alert. This race and the next race. This track looks like it could be very bad about it. Honestly, we might have had more cautions at Hogtona. Here we go. We line up again. Green flag. I think we did. I think we had more at Hogtona. That's a big run to the outside, but can Luke clear him? He can't. Just barely. Trying to make a different groove happen. It's hard on this track, but just can't clear him. 4 wide. They get pinched in the back. That'll be a caution, I would imagine there. He tries to make the crossover happen for the lead. Not going to happen. They were racing to the line there. And yeah, it's hard for anybody to get to Roman's inside is what we're seeing here. And these guys are having a hard time making that move, and he's really taking advantage of that lead advantage so far. You get him lined back up. 30 laps to go. Green flag. Very clean 2x2. But Luke gets a little bit wide, and this opens it up. This is where that risk of going for that outside positioning. A 3 wide there, too. No, Camby and a cheese. And that's going to be another one. It's been a fairly clean race, but we're getting those cautions now. We'll have another one there. And now it's Real Deal moving up to the outside and taking advantage of that track position. That switched up things a lot. Drivers taking some risks. Everyone's trying to find a way around Roman here with about 25 to go. Green flag. But no one going to get to his inside on the restart. Real Deal's going to try to get to his own inside and just take advantage of his track position. Big 3 wide action. Racing in the back. Hunter has a look on Real Deal. Both white drivers in 4th and 5th, so Luke and Opix must be in some order there. And just, yeah, the front guys are kind of working their way out, even though there is some battling going on, but it's just an absolute brawl. Oh. Please don't. Okay. Looks like we got a cheese in the back of the pack, which makes sense, because it was just a bloodbath back there. It looks like Slaunch right there, pinched into the wall. Unfortunate end of that one is where he ended up. And I'm guessing caution on that. So if they line up here. Yes, sir. Wait, what? No? Yes. Okay, got confused. All right. So Luke gonna go for it again, and Opix as well. So the white squad on the outside trying to make something happen. No one's had any luck to Roman's inside, so some of these drivers are content for their track position. Some of the other ones are going for the win and giving it a shot. We're going to see different strategies. Green flag. Roman gets a pretty good restart. He'll probably be fine. A little bit of pinching going on in the back of the track, but nothing too crazy. A slide job. Oh, a big moment in the race. Luke goes down. There's a separate wreck in the back, too. Please don't conk. Okay. Big wreck in the race and multiple wrecks, too. I didn't even notice that. Earlier, somebody else cheesed in the back. So is it right here? I think it's right here. So, let's get a little bit better. So, restart. Big moment in the race. We go through this replay here as it's going to be about 20 laps to go. This is an attempt, and I was saying it, a lot of these guys on the outside trying to make something happen. A lot of these guys on the inside trying to make something happen. And Luke goes for a crossover, a pretty well set up one here, and gets the two-wheel pop a little too aggressive. And the unfortunate thing is you could save it from here if Hunter wasn't there. But Hunter had a massive inside dive behind him and worked his spot there, and that's there's not really anywhere to go. So he's going to go over. Camby's going to make big contact. He's going to get slammed. Real Deal's going to get involved. Real Deal goes for a wheelie. Multiple drivers make contact. Explosion on the track. Matt somehow got pinched in the back of it. I want to watch that one. He's so pissed. I almost want to watch it now because I almost want to watch it now. But yeah, one of the more Real Deals might take the cake earlier in the race, but this one was also a pretty glorious crash on the night. Oh yeah, that was pretty conk. I think Coop got mad on that one. I could see why though. That was because he was trying to avoid the crash. And that's a big shakeup. Luke running front of the field for most of the race. Now going to have to work his way from the back, and a bad time for it to happen too, because there's only 20 laps in the race. Not going to be a lot of time to work that track position. That's going to be a big shakeup. Now, who in the front is going to take his spot and try to make this move? Because you could tell some of these drivers, I think, just trying to hold on for a good finish. Tell Luke was definitely trying to make this win happen. Who's gonna do that? Who's gonna try to make this win happen? Who's gonna go for a dive and try to make it happen on Roman? We'll see here on this restart. Green flag. Pretty clean one, honestly. Looks like one of the cleaner restarts of the night. Position shuffling, especially at the back of the field, as we've come to expect at this point. Roman's, a little bit of a bunch up. I don't think that should be a caution, but we'll see. Roman's gotten away. I mean, the looks of it, he's going to have it on this restart. It's Camby and Hunter battling for second and third now. But yeah, Roman's absolutely just going to have it. And was it for that? That was kind of a whack caution. I hope something else happened, because that was kind of a whack caution call, to be honest. But don't really know who called that one, so can't be doing any blaming here. But I hope something else happened, because that one was kind of weak. I don't think that was a caution, for the record. But oh well. About 12 or so laps to go. 25 on the checkpoint. Should be 13 laps to go. Roman and Opex, green flag. And just nobody on the inside second row. One of those guys, it's going to need to be one of those guys to get to Roman's inside, and just nobody has been able to do it. The inside second row has just been very behind and just not in a position to make a move. And what ends up happening is they end up having to battle with the second place guy falling back. So that potential for taking the lead away from Roman is just gone. It's just working out to his favor, and he's just getting away every restart. And he's just doing what he needs to do. And there's not that much time left. If he can hold on to it, could this be? Oh, a wreck in the back. Might have a caution on that one. Oh, yeah. Vulcan's going to peace out. And we're going to have a caution. Just not even going to go over that one. All right, so we'll be doing on the restart. I got confused. Okay, so it'll be 7 laps to go. 7 laps to go. I've got a claw in the freezer, okay? I'm not even... This would be an opportune time for a classic Luch commentary moment. Not doing it. Not doing it. White Claw 200. I got claws in the freezer. I've got better things to attend to. Let's get this restart going. Roman and Opix again. Green flag. Camby's going to need to be the one. It's just not quite going to get there unless Opix, if he could battle with him a little bit more. But big dives. Big moves from the back. Double 3 wide. You can tell that it's the end of the race. Oh, no! What happened there? It looked like the home track, thick driver of detail trying to make moves at the end of the race. It just pinched on the wall there on that one. That's going to be a rough one, and that's going to absolutely cause a caution. And there's multiple 3 wides. Oh, that wasn't it. There's multiple 3 wides going on. It was getting dicey for the end of the race, and she's done that one. That's unfortunate because could have been ground to be made up. Luke and Armada and Real Deal all getting involved in that one as well. That'll absolutely cause a caution. It'll be this run to the line, which means Camby will get that spot there over Opix, who's going to be in an interesting spot for his track position yet again. All right, let's line them up, and this is where I said it. I said it. We're going to have all the new rules, Word to Do It, come into play at the end here, and it's going to happen again because we are in a situation where we are close to a green-white checkered situation. Now, it is not going to be a natural green-white checkered, but we are in a 3 to go at the line, and if you fully understood the rules, you know that this is the last restart. This is where the awareness and getting used to the new rules are going to have to come into play, because some drivers may have been aware of it, some drivers may not have been. But yeah, if you read it carefully and you figured it out and thought of scenarios, you know that this restart here with 3 to go is going to be, even though it's a 3 to go restart, not a 2 to go restart, you know that this is going to be the end of the race, unless there was like a bad restart and we like restarted the restart, you know? If it was like a before the line type of thing, that would be different. But assuming no weird shenanigans like that, this will be the last restart. So again, no GWCs. The next flag, whether it be checkered or yellow, is going to end this race here. Who's going to take it? Can Roman hold on? He's had the lead for so long. Green flag. Will a caution come out and end our festivities early for this first moto? Not so far. 2 to go. Roman might be on for it here. Just a couple more times around Little Texas. 3 wides in the back. Everybody's going for it. Last lap. No! Armada goes down. Armada goes down. And we might have another driver as well. Roman takes his first win in the Hogs. He's... Who else got involved there? I didn't have a good joke. God damn it. Let's take a look at what happened at the end there. So here we go. This is the white flag running to the white flag here. I have a good idea for what I should do in post. I'm going to try to remember it. So as you can see here, Roman and Camby are just absolutely checked, and then there's battles throughout. But this is just unfortunate, man. That you can't make it up. Really bad luck out of Armada here. Soul, Hunter, Luke, and Armada in a 4-way battle here, and Armada literally gets lagged up above them, and then he's just gone. He's just gone at that point, and that is how his night ends. And even if there was GWCs, we're on the white flag, so that was just, it didn't matter. New rules, Word to Do It, didn't come into play at all. That just sucks. And Matt goes under him. That's just freaking unfortunate there. So tough break. I can't say that quote. Tough break for Armada. He's gonna have to call it a night there. Well, not a night. He has Moto 2. He has Moto 2, but he's going to have to call it for the Moto 1 there. And as we go to the line, the results, Roman will do it at Little Texas. Takes his first win in the Hogs. Camby with a second place. Another top 5 for him on the season and a podium as well. Slaunch working his way in there. Soul definitely got that one over Opix, who rounds out the top 5. Hunter, and then Luke, and then Detail, Real Deal, Coop, Matt, and Armada. Man, that sucks. Man, that sucks. Man, that sucks for Armada. But anyways, there's our first moto at Little Texas. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Knew that this was going to be hopefully a fun track to race, and absolutely knew it'd be a good one to spectate the races. That first one was cheesy. But let me tell you, that second one, we had some discussions, and that second race is going to be cracked. But yeah, so top three one more time: Roman, Camby, Slanch. Shout out to them for the podiums in that race, and Roman finally. He's it's been a long time. His last win was on the first night of our year. Unless he got one on the Sundays. I don't think he did. His last win in HRL was on the first night, opening night of the year, where he took 3 of the motos, and in particular swept Eagle River. And now he finally finds his way back to victory lane in September. Wow. Couldn't have done it in Pride Month. Maybe he's not even... All right, we'll see you guys in Moto 2.